Have you ever found yourself unable to get someone out of your head? Maybe it's an old flame, a friend, or even a celebrity crush. Whatever the case, it's like they've taken up residence in your mind, rent-free. But why does this happen? Why can't we stop thinking about certain people? Today, we're delving into this intriguing question, exploring the psychology behind our thoughts and emotions. Think about a time when you couldn't shake someone from your thoughts. Perhaps you kept replaying memories of them in your mind, wondering what they're doing or how they're feeling. It's like they have a magnetic pull on your attention, drawing you in even when you try to focus on something else. Imagine this. You meet someone new, and there's an instant connection. You exchange numbers, promise to keep in touch, and before you know it, you're checking your phone every few minutes, hoping for a message from them. It's as if your happiness depends on hearing from them. But why? What makes us so fixated on certain people? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel life's mysteries and explore the wisdom of ancient teachings. If you're intrigued by the complexities of the human mind and yearn for deeper insights into your emotions, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our community of seekers. Before we dive into the depths of why we can't stop thinking about certain individuals, let's acknowledge that it's entirely normal to feel this way. Humans are social creatures, wired to crave connection and companionship. When we form bonds with others, whether romantic or platonic, our brains release feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, reinforcing those connections. But what happens when those connections are disrupted or severed? Suddenly, our brains go into overdrive, desperately trying to make sense of the situation. We replay conversations, analyze past interactions, and imagine future scenarios, all in an attempt to regain that sense of closeness. Picture this: you're scrolling through your social media feed, and you come across a photo of someone you used to know. Instantly, a flood of memories comes rushing back: the laughter, the tears, the shared experiences. It's like pressing play on a movie reel of your life with this person as the starring character. As humans, we're wired to seek out familiarity and predictability. When someone becomes a regular presence in our lives, our brains become accustomed to their presence. So when they're suddenly absent, whether by choice or circumstance, it sends our brains into a state of confusion and distress. But why do some people linger in our minds long after they're gone, while others fade into the background? What sets these individuals apart and makes them so unforgettable? Join us as we explore the fascinating world of attachment, desire, and the human psyche, shedding light on why we can't stop thinking about them. And remember, our goal for this video is to reach 100 likes. Let's make it happen together. Lesson 1: The nature of attachment. Attachment is like a sticky web we weave around ourselves, trapping us in a cycle of longing and dissatisfaction. It's that feeling of being unable to let go, constantly yearning for something or someone. But what exactly is attachment, and why does it have such a powerful grip on us? Think of attachment as a strong emotional bond we form with people, objects, or even ideas. It's the result of our desire to possess, control, or be identified with something. For example, imagine a child with their favorite toy. They cling to it tightly, fearing its loss and finding joy in its presence. Similarly, we cling to certain people or things in our lives, believing they bring us happiness and security. But here's the catch. Attachment is based on the illusion of permanence in an ever-changing world. We convince ourselves that if we hold on tightly enough, we can keep things just as they are. However, this goes against the fundamental truth of existence. Everything is in a constant state of flux. Buddhism teaches us that attachment leads to suffering. When we become too attached to something, we inevitably experience pain when it changes or is taken away. This can manifest as anxiety, jealousy, or even anger, Think about a relationship that ended or a cherished possession that was lost. The pain we feel stems from our attachment to them. Moreover, attachment clouds our judgment and distorts our perception of reality. We become so fixated on what we desire that we lose sight of what truly matters. Our sense of self becomes entangled with external factors, leading to a sense of insecurity and dissatisfaction. Breaking free from attachment requires awareness and mindfulness. We must recognize the impermanent nature of all things and learn to let go gracefully. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy the people or things we love, but rather we must hold them lightly, allowing them to flow in and out of our lives without resistance. By cultivating a sense of detachment, we can find greater freedom and peace within ourselves. We learn to appreciate the beauty of the present moment without clinging to the past or grasping for the future. In letting go of attachment, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of the material world. In summary, attachment is the sticky web that binds us to suffering. By understanding its nature and practicing detachment, we can break free from its grip and find true happiness within ourselves. Lesson 2: Understanding impermanence. Have you ever held on to something so tightly, only to watch it slip away? Perhaps it was a relationship, a job, or even a moment of happiness. In those moments, we're confronted with the reality of impermanence, the idea that everything in life is transient, fleeting, and constantly changing. Think about your favorite flower. It blooms with vibrant colors, filling the air with its sweet fragrance. But as time passes, the petals begin to wither, and eventually, the flower fades away. This is the nature of impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, not even the most beautiful moments. Buddhism teaches us to embrace impermanence rather than resist it. When we cling to things as if they'll last forever, we set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering. Instead, by accepting the impermanent nature of life, we can find peace and freedom. Imagine trying to grasp a handful of sand. No matter how tightly you hold on, the grains will slip through your fingers. Similarly, when we try to hold onto people or experiences, we only cause ourselves pain. But when we loosen our grip and allow things to flow naturally, we discover a sense of ease and liberation. Impermanence doesn't mean that we should avoid attachment altogether. It simply means recognizing that attachment comes with the understanding that it will eventually change. By cultivating mindfulness and staying present in each moment, we can appreciate the beauty of what is, without clinging to what was or worrying about what will be. Consider the changing seasons. Just as winter gives way to spring and summer fades into autumn, our lives follow a similar rhythm of change. Each season brings its own joys and challenges, but none last forever. Understanding this can help us navigate life's ups and downs with greater resilience and grace. It's natural to feel a sense of loss when we experience change, but impermanence also offers us the opportunity for growth and renewal. Just as a forest fire clears the way for new growth, the ending of one chapter in our lives can pave the way for new beginnings. In the face of impermanence, we're invited to cultivate gratitude for the moments we have, knowing that they won't last forever. This gratitude allows us to savor life's richness more fully and cherish each moment as it arises. So, the next time you find yourself clinging to something, whether it's a person, a possession, or an idea, remember the wisdom of impermanence. Embrace the ebb and flow of life, and find peace in the knowledge that everything is in a constant state of change. Lesson 3: Understanding impermanence. Have you ever looked at a beautiful flower and marveled at its vibrant colors and delicate petals? Perhaps you've watched it bloom, only to witness it wither away in a matter of days. This simple yet profound observation holds the key to understanding impermanence, the fundamental truth that nothing lasts forever. Think about a moment of joy, Maybe it was a perfect day spent with loved ones or achieving a long-awaited goal. Yet, as time passes, that joy fades, replaced by new experiences and emotions. Impermanence reminds us that even our happiest moments are fleeting. Consider the changing seasons. Just as winter gives way to spring, our lives are marked by constant change. Our bodies age, relationships evolve, and circumstances shift. Impermanence teaches us to embrace each moment fully, knowing that it will never come again. In Buddhism, impermanence is one of the three marks of existence, along with suffering and non-self. It serves as a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, guiding practitioners on the path to enlightenment. Understanding impermanence can be both liberating and challenging. On one hand, it frees us from clinging to the past or worrying about the future. Instead, it encourages us to live mindfully in the present moment, savoring each experience as it unfolds. However, accepting impermanence can also be unsettling. We may struggle with the impermanence of our own lives or the loss of loved ones. Yet, it is precisely through facing these difficult truths that we find strength and resilience. Buddhist teachings offer practices to help us come to terms with impermanence. Meditation, for example, allows us to observe the ever-changing nature of our thoughts and emotions without attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we learn to let go of our desire for permanence and find peace in the midst of change. Impermanence invites us to cultivate gratitude for the preciousness of life. When we recognize the impermanent nature of all things, we can cherish each moment with a deeper sense of appreciation. In the words of the Buddha, all conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Embracing impermanence is not about denying the beauty of life, but rather acknowledging its transience and finding joy in the present moment. Lesson 4: The psychology behind obsession. Do you ever find yourself unable to shake someone from your mind? No matter how hard you try, it's like they've taken up residence in your thoughts, playing on repeat like a catchy tune you can't get out of your head. This phenomenon is often referred to as obsession, and it can be both puzzling and distressing. Obsession is rooted in the intricate workings of the human mind. Our brains are wired to seek patterns and connections, especially when it comes to social interactions. When we meet someone who sparks our interest or stirs strong emotions within us, our brains go into overdrive trying to make sense of the experience. One of the key drivers behind obsession is the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals are responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward, and they flood our brains when we engage in activities that bring us joy or satisfaction. When we're infatuated with someone, our brains release an abundance of these neurotransmitters, creating a euphoric sensation that keeps us coming back for more. But obsession isn't just about pleasure. It's also about control. When we fixate on someone, we're often trying to exert power over our emotions and the situation. We might believe that if we can just figure out the right thing to say or do, we can win the affection of the person we're obsessed with, or at least ease the discomfort we feel in their absence. In many ways, obsession is a coping mechanism, a way for us to escape from the challenges and uncertainties of everyday life. When we're preoccupied with thoughts of someone else, we can temporarily forget about our own problems and insecurities. It's like hitting the pause button on our worries and losing ourselves in the fantasy of a perfect relationship. Unfortunately, obsession can also take a darker turn, leading to unhealthy behaviors and emotional distress. When we become fixated on someone to the point where it interferes with our daily functioning or causes us significant distress, it's no longer just a harmless crush. It's a problem that needs to be addressed. Understanding the psychology behind obsession is the first step toward breaking free from its grip. By recognizing the role that neurotransmitters, control, and escapism play in fueling our fixation on others, we can begin to take proactive steps to regain control of our thoughts and emotions. In the next part, we'll explore some practical strategies for managing obsession and cultivating healthier patterns of thinking and behavior. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with obsession. What triggers your fixation on others, and how does it impact your life? By gaining insight into the roots of your obsession, you can begin to take steps toward healing and growth. Lesson 5: The Illusion of Self. Have you ever paused to wonder, who am I? Beneath the layers of name, job, and personality, what truly defines your essence? In Buddhism, this existential inquiry lies at the heart of understanding the illusion of self. Picture a flowing river, constantly changing yet appearing stable. Similarly, our sense of self is a fluid concept, a mosaic of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Think about it. When you were a child, your interests, beliefs, and even your body were vastly different from who you are today. This transformation didn't stop with childhood. It continues moment by moment. Yet, despite this perpetual change, we cling to a fixed notion of self, often leading to suffering. Imagine wearing a mask, a persona crafted from societal expectations, past traumas, and personal aspirations. This mask becomes so ingrained that we forget it's merely a facade, mistaking it for our true identity. Buddhism teaches us to peel away these layers, to see beyond the illusion of self. Consider a wave in the ocean, distinct yet inseparable from the vastness of water surrounding it. Similarly, our individuality is interconnected with the universe. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions ripple out, affecting the world around us. Realizing this interconnectedness dissolves the boundaries between self and other, fostering compassion and empathy. Reflect on a moment of intense emotion, anger, fear, or joy. In that moment, did you feel a solid, unchanging self? Or were you simply a witness to the ebb and flow of sensations? Buddhism invites us to observe these experiences without attachment, recognizing their impermanence and the transient nature of self. Picture a mirror reflecting whatever appears before it, yet untouched by the images it holds. Similarly, our consciousness reflects the contents of our mind, thoughts, emotions, and perceptions without being defined by them. This awareness, untethered from the illusion of self, is the key to inner peace. Contemplate the body, a complex interplay of cells, organs, and systems, constantly in flux. Yet, we often identify with this impermanent vessel, mistaking it for our true essence. Buddhism reminds us that our body is just one aspect of our being, a temporary abode for the ever-changing self. Imagine a journey, a path of self-discovery leading beyond the confines of ego. Buddhism offers practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and self-inquiry to illuminate this path. By cultivating awareness and insight, we gradually unravel the illusion of self, unveiling the boundless potential within. Consider a puppeteer, manipulating strings to bring a puppet to life. In much the same way, our ego pulls the strings of identity, shaping our thoughts, desires, and actions. Through mindfulness and introspection, we can untangle these strings, reclaiming our autonomy and freedom. Reflect on a sunset, each moment a fleeting masterpiece, yet leaving an indelible impression on the soul. Similarly, our lives are a series of ephemeral moments, each imbued with beauty and meaning. Embracing the impermanence of self opens us to the richness of experience, allowing us to savor each moment fully. Picture a puzzle, each piece distinct yet integral to the whole. Similarly, our individuality is a unique expression of the universe, contributing to the tapestry of existence. By embracing our interconnectedness, we dissolve the illusion of separateness, recognizing the oneness of all beings. Imagine a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, transformed, liberated from the confines of its former self. Similarly, Through self-inquiry and spiritual practice, we undergo a profound metamorphosis, transcending the illusion of ego. In this awakening, we discover our true nature, pure, boundless, and free. Contemplate a flame, flickering, dancing in the darkness, yet never static. Similarly, our sense of self is a dynamic process, evolving moment by moment. By letting go of fixed identities and embracing the fluidity of existence, we unlock the door to profound wisdom and inner peace. Lesson 6: Practices for letting go. Letting go is an art of releasing what no longer serves us. It's like decluttering our minds, making space for peace. One practice to embrace is mindfulness. It's about being present, observing thoughts without judgment. Picture your thoughts as clouds passing by. You acknowledge them but don't cling to them. Another powerful tool is meditation. It's not about emptying the mind but observing it with gentle curiosity. Start with just a few minutes a day, focusing on your breath. When thoughts arise, gently guide your attention back. Journaling can also aid in letting go. Write down your thoughts and feelings, then watch them lose their grip. Forgiveness is a potent practice. Holding on to grudges only burdens your heart. Release them for your own peace. Practice gratitude. Shift your focus to what you have rather than what you lack. It lightens the load. Engage in acts of kindness. Giving to others without expecting anything in return fosters a sense of connection and freedom. Remember impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, including your thoughts and emotions. Let them flow like a river. Cultivate self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would a dear friend. Connect with nature. It reminds us of the greater cycles of life and helps put our worries into perspective. Take breaks from technology. Constant stimulation can overwhelm the mind. Find moments of stillness. Practice deep breathing exercises. They signal to your body that it's safe to relax. Find joy in simple pleasures. Could be savoring a warm cup of tea or watching the sunset. Surround yourself with supportive people who lift you up and remind you of your worth. Create healthy boundaries. Saying no when needed is an act of self-care. Let go of perfectionism. Embrace the beauty of imperfection and learn from your mistakes. Release the need for control. Accept that life is unpredictable and surrender to the flow. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Letting go is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate each step forward. Lesson 7: Cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness is like a gentle breeze that sweeps through the cluttered corridors of our minds, bringing clarity and calmness to our chaotic thoughts. It's the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment to the past or future. Imagine sitting by a tranquil pond, watching as the ripples on the surface gradually settle, revealing the stillness beneath. That's the essence of mindfulness, a state of inner peace and awareness that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the world around us. It's about tuning in to the present moment with curiosity and openness, as if seeing things for the first time. When we cultivate mindfulness, we become more attuned to the subtle nuances of our experience, noticing the beauty in the ordinary and the miracles in the mundane. One simple yet powerful way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Just as a gardener tends to their plants with care and attention, so too can we nurture our minds with mindfulness meditation. By sitting quietly and focusing on our breath or a chosen anchor, we can train our minds to become more attentive and aware. With regular practice, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity that extends into our daily lives. But mindfulness isn't just about meditation. It's a way of life. It's about bringing mindful awareness to everything we do, from washing the dishes to walking in nature to having a conversation with a loved one. It's about savoring each moment as if it were the last, knowing that life is precious and fleeting. In a world filled with distractions and busyness, mindfulness offers a refuge, a sanctuary of stillness amidst the chaos. It's a reminder to slow down, to breathe, to savor the richness of life's tapestry. And in doing so, we discover a profound sense of peace and contentment that transcends external circumstances. But mindfulness isn't always easy. It requires patience, persistence, and practice. Like learning to play a musical instrument or speak a new language, it takes time to cultivate mindfulness skills. But the rewards are immeasurable, a deeper connection to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. So, how can we cultivate mindfulness in our daily lives? One way is by incorporating mindfulness exercises into our routines, such as mindful breathing, body scans, or mindful walking. These simple practices can help us anchor our awareness in the present moment, reducing stress and enhancing our overall well-being. Another key aspect of mindfulness is non-judgmental awareness. Instead of reacting impulsively to our thoughts and emotions, we can observe them with curiosity and compassion, recognizing that they are simply passing phenomena. By cultivating an attitude of acceptance and kindness towards ourselves and others, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. Ultimately, mindfulness is about coming home to ourselves, to the present moment, to our true nature, to the essence of who we are. It's a journey of self-discovery and self-compassion, unfolding one breath at a time. And as we cultivate mindfulness in our lives, we find that we can't help but be more present, more alive, and more fully ourselves. So, let's take a moment to pause, to breathe, to be. For in this moment, everything we need is already here. Lesson 8: Compassion and Loving Kindness. Compassion and loving kindness are like gentle rays of sunlight that warm the heart and illuminate the soul. In the bustling landscape of our minds, they serve as anchors, guiding us back to a place of peace and understanding. When we find ourselves entangled in thoughts of another person, unable to break free from the grip of obsession, it is often because we lack compassion for both ourselves and the object of our fixation. Imagine a garden where every flower, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is cherished and nurtured. This is the essence of compassion, the ability to extend kindness and understanding to all beings, including ourselves. When we approach our thoughts with compassion, we acknowledge their presence without judgment or condemnation. Instead of resisting or pushing them away, we embrace them with open arms, knowing that they are simply a part of the human experience. Loving kindness, on the other hand, is like a gentle breeze that carries us towards a deeper sense of connection and empathy. It is the practice of wishing well for others, regardless of our personal feelings towards them. When we cultivate loving kindness, we recognize the inherent worth and dignity of every individual, regardless of their flaws or shortcomings. We understand that beneath the surface, we are all seeking the same thing: happiness, love, and acceptance. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate compassion and loving kindness is through the practice of metta meditation. In this practice, we sit quietly and repeat phrases of loving kindness towards ourselves and others. With each repetition, we are planting seeds of kindness and compassion in the garden of our minds, nurturing them until they blossom into beautiful flowers of understanding and empathy. But compassion and loving kindness are not just passive qualities. They are also powerful catalysts for positive change. When we approach our relationships with compassion and loving kindness, we create space for healing and reconciliation. We let go of our need to control or possess the object of our affection, recognizing that true love is not about ownership, but about freedom and respect. In the end, compassion and loving kindness are not just antidotes to obsession. They are the keys to unlocking the door to our truest selves. When we learn to approach ourselves and others with kindness and understanding, We free ourselves from the shackles of attachment and discover a boundless well of love and compassion within. So let us embrace the practice of compassion and loving kindness with open hearts and open minds, knowing that in doing so, we are planting seeds of peace and understanding that will bloom for eternity. Lesson 9: Embracing Imperfection. Imperfection is the norm of existence, a truth often forgotten in our pursuit of perfection. Yet, it's imperfection that adds the beauty to our lives, like the crooked lines that make a handmade rug unique. Think of a flower garden. Each blossom is imperfect in its own way, yet collectively they create a breathtaking scene. Our imperfections are like those flowers, contributing to the tapestry of humanity. It's easy to get caught up in the quest for flawlessness, but perfection is an illusion. Even the most seemingly perfect things have their flaws when examined closely. Embracing imperfection means accepting ourselves and others as we are, flaws and all. It's about recognizing that our imperfections make us human, and it's through our flaws that we connect with each other on a deeper level. Consider a painting by an old master. Upon close inspection, you'll find brushstrokes and imperfections. Yet, it's those very imperfections that give the painting its character and charm. Our imperfections are what make us unique and interesting. They're what set us apart from robots and machines, reminding us of our humanity. Instead of striving for perfection, let's strive for growth and progress. It's through our imperfections that we learn, evolve, and become better versions of ourselves. Imagine a world where everyone was perfect. It would be a dull and homogeneous place. Our quirks and imperfections add spice to life, making it colorful and exciting. Embracing imperfection doesn't mean settling for mediocrity. It means accepting ourselves as works in progress, constantly evolving and improving. Look at nature. Every tree, every leaf, every rock is imperfect in its own way, yet together they create the breathtaking beauty of the natural world. Our imperfections are what make us interesting and lovable. They're what make us human, and it's our humanity that connects us to each other. Instead of trying to hide or fix our imperfections, let's celebrate them. Let's embrace our quirks and idiosyncrasies, knowing that they're what make us who we are. Remember, nobody's perfect. We all have our flaws and shortcomings, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's beautiful. Embracing imperfection is about letting go of unrealistic standards and accepting ourselves as we are, warts and all. Think of a mosaic. Each individual tile is imperfect, but together they create a stunning work of art. Our imperfections are like those tiles, coming together to form the masterpiece of our lives. It's through our imperfections that we learn and grow. They're what make us resilient and strong, capable of overcoming life's challenges. Instead of seeing imperfections as weaknesses, let's see them as strengths. Let's see them as the cracks through which the light of our humanity shines. Embracing imperfection is about being kinder to ourselves and others. It's about letting go of judgment and accepting things as they are. Remember, perfection is overrated. It's our imperfections that make us interesting, unique, and beautiful. So let's embrace our imperfections, knowing that they're what make us who we are. Let's celebrate our flaws, knowing that they're what make us human. Lesson 10: Finding Peace Within. Have you ever noticed how we often seek peace outside of ourselves, in relationships, possessions, or achievements? But true peace isn't found in external circumstances. It resides within us, waiting to be discovered. Buddhism teaches us that the key to finding peace lies in cultivating inner contentment and acceptance. This doesn't mean denying or suppressing our emotions, but rather acknowledging them with compassion. Through mindfulness practices, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, creating space for peace to arise. One powerful technique is meditation, which allows us to quiet the mind and connect with our inner essence. By regularly setting aside time for meditation, we train ourselves to let go of the distractions that disturb our peace. Another essential aspect is gratitude, appreciating the beauty and blessings present in each moment. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, we open ourselves to profound serenity. Forgiveness is also crucial. Holding on to grudges only perpetuates suffering. By releasing resentment and embracing forgiveness, we liberate ourselves from the chains of anger and resentment. Self-compassion is another vital component. Treating ourselves with kindness and understanding. We often expect perfection from ourselves, leading to self-criticism and discontent. But by embracing our imperfections and vulnerabilities, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. Cultivating loving kindness towards ourselves and others is also transformative. When we extend compassion to ourselves and others, we create a ripple effect of kindness and harmony. Nature can also be a powerful source of peace, reminding us of our interconnectedness with all beings. Spending time in nature allows us to reconnect with our true selves and find solace in the simplicity of existence. Ultimately, finding peace within is a journey of self-discovery and inner exploration. As we deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us, we unlock the door to lasting peace and fulfillment. Congratulations on making it through this insightful journey. Now that we've explored the depths of why you can't stop thinking about someone, it's time to wrap it up with some simple yet profound conclusions. Embrace impermanence. Remember that nothing lasts forever. All things, including intense thoughts and emotions, are impermanent. Accepting this truth can help ease the grip of obsessive thinking. Practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Recognize that it's natural to get caught up in thoughts about someone, but also acknowledge your own worth and value. Focus on the present moment. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, bring your attention to the present moment. Mindfulness practices can help you cultivate awareness and break free from rumination. Nurture your relationships. Invest time and energy into nurturing your other relationships. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family who can provide comfort and distraction when needed. Engage in meaningful activities. Fill your life with activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, volunteering, or simply spending time in nature, engaging in meaningful activities can help shift your focus away from obsessive thoughts. Seek professional help if needed. If obsessive thoughts about someone are significantly impacting your daily life and well-being, don't hesitate to seek support from a mental health professional. Therapy can provide valuable tools and strategies for managing intrusive thoughts. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for the positive aspects of your life. Redirecting your attention towards what you're grateful for can help shift your perspective and reduce the intensity of obsessive thoughts. Release expectations. Let go of any expectations or attachments you have towards the outcome of your thoughts about someone. Trust that everything will unfold as it's meant to, and focus on what you can control in the present moment. Connect with your inner self. Take time to connect with your inner self through practices like meditation, journaling, or self-reflection. Tuning into your inner wisdom can provide clarity and guidance amidst the chaos of obsessive thoughts. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness and compassion, especially during moments when obsessive thoughts feel overwhelming. Remind yourself that you're doing the best you can, and that it's okay to seek support when needed. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate the progress you've made in managing your obsessive thoughts. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and strength. Remember your worth. You are worthy of love, happiness, and peace. No matter how intense your thoughts about someone may be, never forget that you deserve to live a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Stay curious and open-minded. Remain open to new perspectives and insights, even as you continue to navigate the complexities of human emotions. Approach each experience with curiosity and a willingness to learn and grow. Trust the process. Trust in the process of healing and transformation. Know that with time, patience, and dedication to self-care, you can gradually lessen the grip of obsessive thoughts and cultivate greater peace of mind. Find balance. Strive for balance in all aspects of your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Remember that finding equilibrium is an ongoing journey, and it's okay to seek support and guidance along the way. Stay connected. Stay connected to yourself and to others who uplift and support you on your journey. Building a strong support network can provide invaluable encouragement and strength during challenging times. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself and others for any past hurts or regrets that may be contributing to your obsessive thoughts. Embrace forgiveness as a powerful tool for releasing the weight of resentment and finding inner peace. Cultivate self-love. Nurture a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. Recognize your own worth and value, independent of any external validation or approval. Be patient with yourself. Healing takes time, so be patient and compassionate with yourself as you work through the process of letting go. Trust that you are making progress, even if it's not always immediately apparent. Stay open to love and connection. Finally, stay open to the possibility of love and connection in all its forms. While letting go of obsessive thoughts about someone may feel challenging, it creates space for new experiences and relationships to enter your life. With these simple yet powerful principles in mind, may you find peace, clarity, and liberation from the grip of obsessive thoughts. Remember, you are not alone on this journey, and there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the human heart and mind. Until next time, take care, and may wisdom guide your path.